No, I don't believe that. At the end of the day, if you genuinely felt that, why did he? Why did he? He admitted to it. He forfeited the $1 million.
I'm the coach here at Mayweather Boxing Fitness Hollywood, and honestly, it's been disheartening to go through everything we've been going through. We haven't been getting paid fairly.
So I found out from a source, Floyd Money Mayweather can't leave Dubai because him and his sidekick, they had stole millions of jewelry last time they was out in Dubai.
Okay, stop what you're doing right now, because what I'm about to tell you about Floyd Money Mayweather is the kind of thing that makes you hit rewind 3 times just to make sure you heard it correctly. And before we even get into it, I need you to understand that allegedly, reportedly, and according to online speculation, the man who once told the world he couldn't read but could still count hundreds of millions in cash.
He's just trolling. He's trolling. He's telling me he's trolling. So I'm like, nah, he's not trolling. He's not trolling. That's real. Like, it was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
What was your father saying throughout camp about that?
He was same thing. Like, we was both going back and forth. Like, it gonna happen? Like, we couldn't understand. We like, what? He wanted to start it now. Like, why all of a sudden he playing this crazy role now? Why do you think? On the outside looking in, why would you say?
I don't know, bro. Like, when I seen it, I knew it wasn't right.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't right.
May have been counting something very, very different this whole time. And Devin Haney, the young prodigy Floyd once treated like a little brother, is apparently the one pulling back the curtains. So buckle in, because this story has more layers than Floyd has Birkin bags. It starts simple enough.
Just sweating for a few years now, good since like 2018. It was great. This is my husband. He actually quit a really good job because he saw potential in this company, and they had promised him all this stuff. And they have put us through so much stress, mental stress, because, well, one, we've been trying to get married for a couple years now, and...
A mentor-student fallout, classic celebrity beef, nothing you haven't seen before except... Wait, because this isn't just beef. This allegedly goes all the way to bankruptcy courts, unpaid workers, fake skyscrapers, and a decades-long image so meticulously constructed.
Maybe like a rough moment, like the people around them kind of start changing and things. And I know, like you said, you waking up in the mansion, the Rolls Royce, of showing 30, 40 people around.
Yeah.
Has that part happened where it was like people around you kind of shifted or?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily. I think I just had to, cut the grass low, just get a lot of unnecessary people that was just around me that just was around me, just, really wasn't really benefiting me in no kind of way. It's people that, I seen somebody say that, I'm okay with being used, but just don't misuse me. So it was some people that was misusing me.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
The whole thing might just be the greatest performance in boxing history, and not in the ring. So let's go back to the beginning, because Devin Haney didn't just wake up one morning and decide to go to war with the most famous boxer alive for no reason. No. Reportedly, something happened, something personal, something that allegedly crossed a line that you do not cross in the fight game, and here's where it gets juicy. Sources close to the situation suggest that Floyd Mayweather allegedly leaked sparring footage, internal, private, behind closed doors footage.
His fellow American. Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather watched on as Davis appeared to dominate. So Haney has now issued a response on Twitter. Never did they post a chopped up edited video. 16-year-old and they're in there holding. My bet with AB pops. Andrew and Broner, I presume that means. We bet Andrew and Broner pops, and he honoured it and paid. Ryan, we watched you quit, and we will not, and we are not the same, and never.
Of Devin Haney getting absolutely dominated by Gervonta Davis. Tank Davis, Floyd's own guy, and the timing of this alleged leak, right before Haney's massive career-defining fight with Ryan Garcia. You cannot write this.
He was real heavy the week of the fight. I heard something like 15 pounds. Don't know if it's true. He obviously didn't make the weight. Did Floyd tell him not to make the weight? You already spoke on it, my boy.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So he don't make weight.
Floyd said he didn't.
He did not?
Floyd said he didn't.
He did not?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what he said. That's his word.
I mean, I seen him throw.
I seen it too.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it.
Because if true, and we're saying allegedly, this means a mentor allegedly sabotaged his own student right before the biggest night of that student's life, and Haney didn't forget it. Haney didn't move on quietly. Haney came back with the receipts and reportedly started saying things publicly that the Mayweather camp absolutely did not want floating around the internet. Breaking. Devin Haney reportedly claims Floyd Mayweather is sitting on alleged debts of up to $500 million. $500 million.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rich back with another one. Now, everybody is talking about how Floyd Mayweather is losing all his fighters. Gervonta Davis just put out a tweet saying that he stopped Shakur Stevenson from signing with Floyd because Floyd was setting him up for failure. Now, I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan and supporter, and I love Tank. But, you know, a lot of times us fans don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, and if all this stuff they saying about Floyd Mayweather is true, it's sad because I feel like it take away from his career, his character as a person, because we see him in the ring, we see how head-driven he is, we see how confident he is, and we see how he's the greatest in the ring, but a lot of times that stuff don't be carrying on to different people's characters. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all think Floyd just think about himself and don't really care about his fighters? Do you think everything that people are saying about Floyd is true, or you think they just adding a little sauce to it?
And for a man whose entire brand, whose entire identity, whose entire reason for existing in pop culture is built on the word money, that number, if even remotely connected to reality, is not just ironic, it is allegedly the plot twist of the entire decade. And now you're probably thinking, okay, this is just a bitter ex-student talking. Maybe.
But he chose a different route, but still proud of him.
Absolutely. I want to commend you, right? Because, you know, Devin Haney, you know, I guess he in Vegas, but I seen you in the gym and he's on a whole different promotional company, but you was showing him some things.
Y'all show love. Y'all really fans.
You was
y'all
working
really...
with him, you know what I'm saying? And it's a good chance that he might fight an actual fighter that you got, but you still had him in there working with him, teaching him things.
Me just giving him certain pointers, you know, just giving him certain pointers just to make him better.
Yeah.
You know, even it was good to even, like before, when I was able to even just move around with Devin, spar with Devin when I was 40 years old. That was like 4 years ago when I was 40 years old. I was able to move around with Devin, and me moving around with him in the ring, I knew he was gonna become world champion. So.
But then why are former employees of Mayweather Boxing Fitness Hollywood allegedly coming forward with their own stories? Because this is where the story shifts completely. And suddenly it's not just about two boxers beefing online, it's allegedly about real people, regular workers, trainers and staff who reportedly claim they were underpaid, delayed in payments, or in some cases allegedly not paid at all for extended stretches of time. And you have to sit with that for a second. Because the man who allegedly pulls up to Vegas in a Bugatti with a backpack full of cash, who allegedly gambles millions on a single sports bet like it's pocket change.
I'm just proud of him.
Devin touched Floyd up. Devin touched Floyd up. That was right before the Conor McGregor fight. He was like 17, 18. How old was you?
When I sparred, Floyd was 18.
Floyd didn't touch him. In retrospect, he's better than Floyd. He's better than Floyd. You know what I mean? He's on course to be better because he's better now at 22 than Floyd was at 22.
It was at the end of his career for me to be able to say that I've been in the ring with Floyd, I sparred Floyd, you know, just because he didn't have to do that. I was a young kid, you know, somebody that I always looked up to. Also,
I do that too, but I know that he'd have whooped your ass if he could. You dig what I'm saying? Floyd ain't no punk, and you know Devin touched Floyd up.
Allegedly had staff waiting on paychecks that never came. And this is the part of the story that doesn't get clicks, but absolutely should, because behind every flashy image, there are real people whose lives are allegedly being affected. And we're told multiple former staff members have expressed serious financial and personal distress connected to these alleged payment issues.
Always remember this, jealousy, people jealous of you,
comes with success. So anytime you're successful, people gonna be jealous of you. People in there always gonna like you. It's the same thing like my job. I still go there and be at my best. If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So do what makes you happy. Because you see this jet, you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion, you know why? Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. Do what the fuck you want to do. And the only thing we can do is take one day at a time. You know, that's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. You know, I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. That's a part of growing.
So now the image starts to crack a little, right? And then, wait. Because just when you think you have the full picture, another layer drops. Let's talk about the skyscraper. Because Floyd Mayweather allegedly made headlines by claiming he purchased a $42 million skyscraper entirely in cash.
Did you ever see him spar any of them?
Yeah.
What happened? Who he sparred?
Y'all know what happened, man.
I don't know.
He sparred Devin. It's packed, it's hot. They get in there. Tank hit that nigga. He hit him, boom. Then he hit him again and he went out. I jumped in the ring. Because at the time, Devin is 17. It calmed down and they got back to working Tank got a little bit more fatigue. And once they kept going, Devin got the best of him.
Oh, okay.
But in a real fight time with 8-ounce gloves on, bye.
Cash. No loans, no mortgage, no financing. Straight cash, homie. And while that story made rounds on every gossip blog and hype page across the internet, financial commentators and online analysts allegedly started asking some very pointed questions about how exactly that transaction worked, and whether the ownership structure tells a different story than the headlines did.
Saying Tank doesn't want any of this. Why is that? I know you can't give him...
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you're really trying to do this. Because every fighter that Devin with gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at in the welfare line. You keep on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we done charged $57. Listen, we going to give you the best fight, and we going to get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old business model that you're going to charge the fans for some fights, and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather shit over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else.
And fans online are speculating wildly that the building purchase may have been exaggerated or structured in ways that don't quite match the I bought it outright narrative. And look, we're not saying anything definitive here. We're saying the internet is asking questions that nobody in the Mayweather camp seems eager to answer. And isn't that interesting? Because Floyd Mayweather built an empire on transparency about one thing and one thing only. The money, the stacks, the jets, the watches that cost more than most people's houses.
Between you and Calvin, also, is Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach,
for those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, so I'm just for our audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this shit.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he's looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk.
Every interview, every Instagram post, every public appearance was essentially a financial flex wrapped in a Versace robe. And if allegedly even a fraction of what Haney and these former employees are suggesting is true, then what we've been watching for 20 years isn't a mogul. It's allegedly the most expensive magic trick in entertainment history.
Can't be one looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
A few months ago, Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were fighting on live, or not fighting, but arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And Bill Haney said, listen, you know damn well Devin did this and Devin did that. He never lost in the gym, ever. And Floyd said, if you got an undefeated fighter in the gym, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Floyd said, I never lost under the light.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking.
Here's the twist that makes this whole thing even more complicated. Because Floyd Mayweather is not stupid. This is a man who outboxed every challenger, who allegedly outmaneuvered every promoter, who built an empire in an era before athletes knew how to build empires. So either everything being...
Some of y'all that ain't from the streets and don't understand like the politics of it, you know, that Bill Haney Floyd conversation was well overdue. They have been in the background sneak dissing each other for a minute. You know, pretty much Floyd is upset that Dev didn't take the deal that he put on the table for him. And he say, okay, you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to take the deal, I'm going to make it tough for you. I'm going to go whisper and rain here. I'm going to make sure Rolly don't fight you. I'm going to make sure Tank don't fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Bill don't like that. Bill feel like it's some little backdoor stuff he been doing. And Bill didn't back down. It was kind of crazy how Bill went at Floyd. He said, I'm putting on, like, where your people from the streets that you put on? You know what I'm saying? Where your community at? Your real people. You know what I'm
said about him is false, and this is a targeted character assassination by people with grudges, which is entirely possible. Or Floyd saw something coming years ago, and the entire lifestyle, the cash in the backpack, the impromptu millions at the casino, was allegedly all part of a very carefully maintained perception.
Mr. Floyd Mayweather would take to Instagram to announce that he just bought multifamily units in Manhattan for $400 million, all right? He would say he got 62 properties exact, took a photo op, the multifamily units is in the back, and he would say this is money out of his own pocket, and he had no investors.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
He would claim that he purchased 62 buildings worth $400 million.
Designed to keep investors, partners, and the public believing in a brand that needed believing in. And now Devin Haney, the kid who reportedly sat ringside and studied every move, allegedly learned a different lesson than anyone expected. He allegedly learned that the curtain can be pulled. Breaking update. Fan accounts across social media are now connecting old interviews where Floyd allegedly contradicted himself on property ownership and investment figures. Threads are going viral. People are going back through decade-old receipts. And the comment sections are absolutely unhinged right now. Because this isn't just celebrity beef anymore. This is allegedly a story about what happens when the image of untouchable wealth meets the reality of running an empire in one of the most expensive cities in America. And staff members allegedly struggling while their boss poses with a $100 bill cake at his own birthday party is a visual contradiction that the internet will not let go of quietly. And look, Floyd has not addressed most of these claims directly, which in the court of public opinion is its own kind of statement. Because the man who once went on national television to read a cereal box just to prove haters wrong about his literacy would absolutely clap back if the clap back was easy. So why the silence? Why now of all times? And here is the final twist that reframes everything you just heard. What if Floyd Mayweather, allegedly the greatest self-promoter in sports history, is currently allowing all of this noise to build the Haney beef, the employee stories, the skyscraper questions? What if this is all allegedly leading to the most lucrative comeback narrative in boxing history? A man who let the world count him out financially just so he could walk back in with a press conference, a stack of papers, and a fight contract that proves every doubter wrong. Because if there's one thing 50 years of watching Floyd Mayweather should have taught us, it's that when everyone thinks they finally have him figured out, he's already 3 moves ahead. So the real question isn't whether Floyd is broke. The real question is, what is Floyd Mayweather allegedly setting up right now that none of us can see yet?